Hi, my name is Keith and I'm known as a Florida Stone Man. And today I'm going to be making a very simple video because a lot of you like simple things. So this video is the do's and don'ts of manifestation. So basically, a lot of you manifest in ways that you should not be manifesting in. You're like, oh, I wonder why none of my wishes come true, or oh, I wonder why just things are taking so long. Well, it's because some manifesting gurus will say it. Some people who teach about manifesting will flat out say, like, hey, you can't say certain things, you can do certain things, you can't do certain things. Some of them will just be like, oh, just manifest. And they don't even give you details about what you should or shouldn't be doing. Now, the first thing, want and need. In my TikTok, in the comment sections, it's all about people saying, I want this or I need this, because they believe that they're manifesting in the comments by saying, I want this or I need this. I really wish that more people would correct it. You're never supposed to say want. You're never supposed to say need. They're two very bad words. The law of attraction states that we are what we currently are. We manifest in the present. We don't ever manifest in the future. If you're making a goal, you can say, oh, I want to have this dream car or whatever. Well, guess what? There's an energy to want. There's an energy to need. Certain energies are already, like when you have okay, let's just say you've manifested a bagel, right? And when you're eating the bagel, you don't ever talk about having the bagel in the future when you're eating it, unless you want another bagel, but you're eating the bagel now because you have it now. Does that make you want a bagel when you have a bagel? Does it make sense? So when you want something, it implies that you flat out don't have it. It applies energetically. It puts off a frequency of you not having it, and not just not having it. It attracts lack. It attracts negative circumstances. It attracts just flat out misfortune and just literally misfortune. You miss the fortune that you're shooting at, like, because you're not using the right terminology. Words are spells. That's why they call it spelling. I seen that online. I like that one. Words are literally spells. We cast spells with words. We cast our intentions into the world. We send our word out, and when it comes back to us, it's exactly what we put out times whatever, however much. Usually times a lot without even realizing it. People like, oh, another do and don't with manifestation. Don't forget that you're manifesting 24/7. You really are. And this is where a lot of you are kind of thrown off. It's like, okay, you're manifesting. Like, oh, I'll take 15 minutes a day to manifest. You can manifest in that 15 minutes a day, but just know that throughout the entire day, you're still manifesting. When you're watching my video right now, you're manifesting. But what are you manifesting? One thing you do have to take in consideration when manifesting is that it works 24/7. It can work for you. It can work against you. A lot of you are actually using it against you. Even for small terminologies, we're like, oh, when people call themselves broke, it's the worst thing that they can ever call themselves. Like, oh, I'm broke, I can't afford that anyway. And then they'll be the same people to say, oh, I am manifesting that I want money. And you'll always see the same people, which I'm the person to tell them. I'm the person to just say, hey, don't say that you want or you need it, because you're actually successfully manifesting want and need. You have successfully manifested. It came true, right? As you said it, it's literally right there. You're actually getting what you asked for, but you didn't really even realize what you asked for. Words do have power, and when you say, I want this, then want, keep in mind, just think about it like this. Want is the energy of like, grab, like, I want that. I want it because 0 is over here, 1 is over here, because you don't have it yet. So you're reaching out and you're wanting it. When you have 0, you attract more 0, or you attract more of what you don't want. If you ever try to manifest and you're using the words like want and need, it's like, well, why isn't this manifesting? It's automatically manifesting. They're like, why do I keep seeing challenges? Because you actually have been saying want and need the whole time, and people just don't flat out teach that, and it's kind of cruel. It's just flat out cruel because people really don't know, and it'll really benefit people by them learning. Another do when it comes to manifestation is do take action. Do go out into the world, do certain things, do use roots, herbs, crystals, incense, floor washes, whatever you have to do to help speed up the manifestation. Certain things can help our guides to help us, but if we flat out really don't do it, it's actually really going to hurt us, and it's going to slow things down incredibly, like a lot. One thing you should not do with manifesting is sabotage yourself. Now, sabotaging yourself, this can relate because when you sabotage yourself, you can actually sabotage yourself by not putting enough action in, by not doing anything, just by just being lackadaisical and just like, oh, I'll do that, like, oh, I'll do it next month, oh. Do it right now. We're in the present. Every second becomes a past. Every second becomes a future. Make sure you're doing it right now, because you'll attract more of what you have in the right now. If you're putting off the action, you show the creator, hey, I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. Now, if you're not, then you're gonna see lag when it comes to your manifestations. Another thing you should not be doing when it comes to manifesting, like I said, is self-sabotaging. So when you're manifesting, people sabotage themselves all the time. Like I said, when you say, oh, I'm broke, or people say, oh, I suck at this, or oh, I'm no good at that. Keep in mind, anytime you say the words I am, anything after I am manifests. Make sure it's working out for you. Don't say, and people jokingly say, oh, I'm dumb anyway, I can't do that. You just said, for people, because I hear that all the time, and I correct people very quickly. I'm like, don't say that. That's why you're at where you're at, because you're sabotaging yourself. Or like, oh, I give up, or oh, I'm dumb and stupid, I can't do that. Anyway, that's the two worst things you just said about yourself. You're literally cursing at yourself. You're literally putting yourself down. You're literally talking yourself out of what was coming to you. Because here's a little secret: as soon as you ask for something, or as soon as you manifest something, it's immediately coming to you. And it's not going to be in your timing. It'll be in the creator's timing. And when it comes to you in the right way, it'll have a perfect timing. If you're a bad person, it'll come to you. If it does come to you, it's going to come in your time, not the creator's time. Like for some people who say, oh, I want to check right now, or like I want to, like instead of waiting, being patient, waiting, they could have gotten, like maybe their school was like, oh, you took one, like, oh, we're funding this class now, and you get like $3,000 back, just because and that does happen with universities. Like years later, some of them will be like, oh yeah, we shouldn't have paid for this class, and they'll just send you like just a check of $3,000, and then it's happened to multiple people, especially people who have gotten citrine or aventurine from me. Like they'll just get random checks. If they're genuinely good people, then it'll come to them in the creator's timing, which is a beautiful timing. If they're not good people, like I've seen some nasty people manifest. They'll be like, I would like this much right now, and then if they did something to not be aligned, the creator's like, okay, you can have it. Yeah, you can manifest in your timing. Go ahead. If you want it right now, you can have it right now. And boom, car accident. Maybe they get a $10,000 check, but now they can't really walk right anymore. They can't do anything properly. So when it comes to manifestation, do be patient. Just assume, a do is to assume that whatever you're asking for is already coming to you. It's coming to you. When you ask for it, it's yours. It's flat out yours. That's a spoiler. It doesn't get more simple than that. When you ask for it, one thing you don't do is find excuses for it to not happen. Because it won't. That's another self-sabotage. You're like, oh, but, and people will be butting themselves, and they'll be butting themselves out of an opportunity at manifesting something good for themselves because they had such doubt that they didn't confront and get rid of. Even in the darkest of times when you guys are manifesting, even when it feels like everything's at its lowest point, that's usually right before the shining hour comes through. Because kind of like a movie, if you ever seen like Batman, I've seen the end of Batman. I hope I'm not ruining the movie for anyone. Batman's not a video, it's a movie. So basically he gets beat up a bunch and then he wins. That's how life works. Every superhero ever, like you'll see, oh, the superhero gets beat up for like a good 90 minutes of the, I don't know how, I haven't watched a movie in a long time, but they'll get beat up for a while and then right when it seems like the superhero's gonna lose, ooh, they win and they get the win big. Same thing with life. Everything's a test. Well, most things are tests. As long as you're passing, you're doing well, then you're gonna pass your test and you're gonna elevate. If you're not elevating, and you're probably not passing a test, so you're retaking it and you're still failing it. So just confront yourself. So when it comes to manifestation, the do's are just assume it's yours, it's coming. Don't sabotage yourself. Don't talk in different forms. There's so many different forms of sabotage, like saying I want this or I need this. One thing, this is a little homework assignment for you guys. When you guys talk, when you guys speak, because what we think is important too, because what we think is influences is directly of what we say, but start tracking your thoughts. Start tracking your words. So when you're talking in conversations to people, ask all these questions. Just be like, hey, okay, is this a person I should be sharing this manifestation with? Because they can sometimes shoot it down. I talked about that in another video. The evil eye is very real. Now, when you're talking in the conversation, are you saying things about yourself? Like whenever you say I or like when you just be like, okay, I'm, after I or I'm or I am or whatever, ask yourself, is this the reality you want to live? Is this the life you want to live? Is this helping you? If you say, oh, I'm broke, don't say that. I see people say it all the time, and I'm like, when you say broke, you're applying that not just to your finances. If you think finances is abundant, it's fine. Abundance transcends finances into love life, health, how you feel, just getting out of bed, and everything. When you say you're broke, you're applying it to every aspect of your life. And you will be broke. You flat out will be broken in different areas. You'll feel defeated in your love life, your financial life, your goals, anything you're achieving, because even the Creator gives us the power to manifest. He's the one who gives us the power to manifest. That's why when we get out of bed, it's co-creation. He's created everything for us, and then we do deeds, we get stuff done, and then it all comes together. But as long as you are, even if it seems dark, even if everything's going good, even if everything's going bad, whatever you're manifesting is still on its way. Just evaluate yourself, align yourself, and you're going to be set on track. Whatever goal you ever set, you're going to achieve. I'm not just saying that. I'm someone who achieves every single goal I've ever set out to achieve. I have achieved no matter what. No matter the freakiest, just most challenging goals I have ever set out to achieve, I have achieved. Small goals, large goals, and from achieving all my goals, everything I've ever wanted to set out to achieve. And I make new goals for myself, yes. So I know that they're going to come true. Things take time. But guess what? They're going to come true. So I hope this video really helped you guys. If you have any questions, ask them in the comment sections. Until then, I will see you guys next time. Ciao!